Alfred Christian Fleckenstein was a one-time American writer. He was born in 1871 in Mount Vernon, New York, the son of Christian Henry Fleckenstein and Frances Young. He attended the University of Pennsylvania between 1889 and 1893, receiving a Bachelor of Science. Between 1894 and 1897 he was an instructor of mechanical engineering. In 1898 he was part of the United States Volunteer Army. Between 1897 and 1898 he was a member of the 1st Regiment of the National Guard of Pennsylvania. He married Effie W. Jester, had one son, and died in 1952. His only book was his 1898 The Prince of Gravas, A Story of the Past. A certain German baron has developed psychometric abilities, which allow him to know the history of an object just by touching it. Then one day he comes across a gigantic mummy of unknown origin. Courtesy of a friend. Sitting down, he gazes at the dead man, and gradually he is no longer a German baron of the modern age, but Almar, second son of the dead Prince of Gravas. He comes to during the funeral of his father, where he sees his wicked elder brother Gregar, the new Prince of Gravas, who had turned their father against Almar and made him an outcast. Almar had in time found a place in the house of his father's friend, Lord Zelat. After the funeral, Zelat says Queen Hosyra wants to see him and task him with a mission. The queen, who easily seduces him, sends him as a spy to Gregar's castle, to find out what he is planning with the Prince of Alcazade. In short, they two wish to use rumours of a foreign invasion to make Hosyra marry Alcazade and make Gregar regent. Almar finds out, but is discovered and barely escapes, all the while yelling out the queen's name as a battle cry, which almost gives up the game. Soon Gregar and Alcazade rise in revolt and begin to lay the land to the sword and march on the capital, with many more men than the queen has at her disposal. All the while Hosyra's handmaiden Izael is in love with Almar, but he is too dense to see it because the queen is falsely playing on his emotions. She also keeps giving him a signet ring as a sign of authority and then taking it away. After making Almar lose a battle that could have won the war, because she got cold feet and wanted to run, the whole royal army is garrisoned in the capital. It is soon apparent the enemy is planning a siege, and the people are growing hungry and discontent, and demand Almar's death, since Alcazade will not ally himself to the queen unless he is dead. At the same time, the queen sees Almar kissing Izael's forehead, and he finds her sobbing after seeing Hosyra's treatment of Almar. Hosyra is a jealous shrew, and despite the fact she does not really love Almar or want him beyond a temporary diversion, she banishes Izael forever, and she kills herself. Almar is made by circumstances to offer to give himself up to his brother, as he demands in his terms for peace, if he cannot defeat him in battle the next day. He is almost successful, but only avoids death with the help of old Lord Altarez, a veteran warrior who regrets having called Almar a coward. Desiring to ride out at night and killing Gregar at the cost of his life, he is captured by his brother's men. But Almar throws his sword and impales Gregar, wounding him mortally. Wanting to see Almar burned to death, the dying Gregar also reveals Hosyra had betrayed him to save her own skin. After reading her message, Almar wants vengeance, and despite being almost burned, takes command of his brother's army, as the new Prince of Gravas, even while Gregar can do nothing to stop him. He uses his army to take Alcazade hostage, humiliates and humbles the queen as she reveals her perfidy, and then marries her due to her crying. The story, while interesting, gives us no information on where it is taking place. What we do get is mostly reminiscent of medieval Spain, minus the giant mummy.